Hello, this is Mark, Recovery Freedom. A topic I want to talk about is the costs or the consequence of your drinking. What I mean by that, what costs or consequence have you had as a result of your drinking? So let's take a look at all areas of your life. How about, we'll start with our professional life. Have you had a problem holding on to a job as a result of your drinking? What I mean by that, have you been fired because you're drinking? If you haven't been fired, have people said things about your drinking? Do you go to work hungover from the night before? Do you go to work smelling like alcohol? Do you go to work drunk? Do you drink during a day of work? So what effect does alcohol have in your professional life? How about your family life? Does alcohol affect your relationship with your family? How about your spouse? Does your spouse argue with you about your drinking? Does she want you to stay home and not drink? Do you argue with your wife drunk? Do you come home from work drunk and argue with your wife? How about your kids? Are you around your kids sober or are you around your kids drunk? Do you abuse your kids or is abuse any element in your relationship? A lot of times people can hold on to their anger when they drink. So they abuse their spouse or their kids. So if that's an issue, take a look at that. How about your immediate family? Your sisters, your siblings, or your parents? Have they expressed concern about your drinking? Is there any degree of separation from your family? Like, has your family separated themselves because you're drinking? Have they tried an intervention because you're drinking? Have they had enough of your drinking? What strains has alcohol caused in your relationships with your family? And a lot of times, alcohol has created a lot of strains around families. People don't like being around a family member who's drunk. They try very hard to help them out, but it comes to a point where they want to do with it. How about your friends, your social life? Do you require alcohol to go out drinking? Do you require alcohol to go out and socialize? Do you go out with your friends to go drinking? What I mean by that is, do you feel that to go out with your friends you need a drink? When you go out drinking, do you get in arguments? Do you get in fights? Do you black out? Do you create separation with your friends when you go out drinking? How about your coworkers? Are you going out to work for drinks? What effect does alcohol have with your coworkers? Do you go to work the next day you have to go out drinking with your coworkers, embarrassed about things you've done? How about work functions? Are you the one who gets the most drunk around work functions, and then when you go to work after the work function, you don't even know what happened, people saying things about you or saying things to you about what you did, and you don't remember? The other extreme also is, are you the person that isolates when they drink? A lot of times, people are called closet drinkers. They drink at home. They don't want to be around there when they drink. So what degree does alcohol affect your social life? Are you the one that needs alcohol to go out and socialize? Are you the one that's timid and quiet, and when you use alcohol, you're the most outgoing one, and you're daring? Or are you an outgoing person who uses alcohol, you're isolated, you go home, you're isolated, you don't want to be in anybody? How about the legal aspect about drinking? Have you had any DUIs? Have you had any close calls? Because having a close call is almost as bad as having DUI. Because you keep on drinking and driving, and God willing, nothing will happen. But why go to the restaurant, drink and drive, and get into an accident, let alone kill somebody? So we're going to take a look at the legal aspects by your drinking. Another area is of finances. What aspect does alcohol have in your finances? What I mean by that, do you have a problem paying your bills? Are you able to pay for your bills for your family? Can you afford to pay for the bills of your family, or are you spending money in drinking? Are you going out to the bar and spending money and drinking? Are you spending money without even knowing it because you're in a blackout. A lot of times when people drink, they black out, they spend money to blow the money, and they have no idea where it went. They're having arguments with their wife or their spouse, and they have no idea where the money went because they're in a blackout. Or they gambled it when they were drunk. So really take a look at the costs that alcohol has had in your life. How about the health costs? Alcohol affects your liver. Have you had your liver enzymes looked at? Have the doctors taken to you about elevated liver enzymes? How about your weight? A lot of times people that drink, they don't pay attention to the weight because they drink a lot of beer. Beer adds excess calories and carbs. Are you putting off working out because you're drinking? So you really take a look at the costs that alcohol has had in your life. There's the professional career, there is the family, there's the social, there's the health and financial. And really assess the cost and consequences of your drinking. And if you don't have any consequences, then consider the what ifs or the yet. Maybe it didn't even happen yet. But really take a look at that. This is Mark, Recovery Freedom. Thank you very much.